all rotating parts are rotating quicker than 5 years ago. Unbalances cost a lot of money and mean less comfort. Everybody knows the problem at the car. When the steering wheel suddenly starts to judder, it is high time to balance the tires. If you do not, safety and driving comfort become poorer. Consequential damage, for example wheel bearing and shock absorber defects, arise. This is also necessary in the production process. All fast-rotating parts must be well balanced. Optimum cutting conditions are only possible with exactly balanced tools. Therefore, balancing is very important. The unbalanced control is absolutely necessary. With the balancing station BMT200S, you can solve this problem. There is a wide field of application. For example, you can balance tools for fast-rotating machines, tool parts, and also devices for turning lathes. Upon request, use the machine for all fast-rotating rotors, also as presetting unit for clamping devices. Before you start working with the balancing machine BMT200, you will acquaint ourselves with the control field. At the rear of the BMT200 station, you can see the mains supply, the compressed air connection, and the data connection RS-232 for printer and data cable. Over the mains supply there is the switch on/off button and fuse element. Here you switch on the machine. At the front of the machine there is the emergency stop and the touch screen field. With the left button you open the protective cover, and with the right button the automatic clamping. At the front side there is the laser liner for position control and marking assistance. If requested, machine information can be recovered from the touch screen via the information field. In that case it is, for example, a BMT200 station with the corresponding software information. The main menu is reached via the operating button with a white background. The display shows the previously selected dataset. From factory side, the dataset 1 is calibrated for the empty spindle. You start with the warm-up of the machine. For that you press the menu extension button in the operation navigation line at the right side. Then you can see the symbol for the motor spindle test run. You press this button and start the test run now. During the warm-up the RPM, here 1600, is shown in the display. You can also see that the vibration of the spindle is less than 0.1 micros. And that the values are stable. After approx. 5 to 10 minutes, depending on the temperature of the machine, the warm-up can be finished with the stop button X. Now you go back into the main menu by pressing the button back to previous menu and insert the adapter. Cleanness is absolutely necessary. Furthermore, be careful when you insert the adapter in the spindle. The adapters are marked with a red point. This point should be at the 0 position of the spindle. For fixing the adapter, screws with exactly the same weight are included. The adapters have a bayonet fixing. When the adapter was inserted, the automatic button is pressed one time in order to start the clamping device. Then you insert the test part. For an easier positioning, you use a conspicuous position at the test part and turn it to 0 degree. Then you press the automatic button once again and the tool is clamped. Now you close the protective cover and press the button Change Parameter Set. The data sets are displayed now. Up to 240 data sets are available. With the arrows you select a new, the next free data set. This is data set 2. In the operation navigation line you can see a button with keypad symbol and you press it now. Now the name of the test part can be entered. Small and capital letters as well as special signs can be used. Our test part is a HSK63 tool. Then you confirm this and come back to the display of the datasets. Here you can already see that the dataset has the name HSK63 now. You confirm again and press the white button Parameter Input. Now you come to the first page of the parameters. Here you can activate or deactivate the two-plane balancing. With the button numeric input changes can be made. Also numbers can be changed with this button. In the actual case you leave the two-plane balancing deactivated. After having checked them you can go to the next page via the button General Parameter Page 1. Here the result display is selected. As first option the result in gram millimeters appears. This is activated as presetting. If requested it can be changed via the button Numeric Input. Now you select the requested result display for this test part. In our example it is balancing result in gram millimeter, then the quality grade and the correction result in gram. Here the result gram is used for balancing with material addition, for example balancing plasticine or screws. In other cases one of the following methods can be selected, for example, split angle, fixed position, drilling axial, respectively radial, or milling. Now you demonstrate the procedure with the gram method and press the confirm button. With the button General Parameter you reach the next display. Here appears the option Calibration with Index Method. Via the button Numeric Input you activate the option, as a very fine balancing is requested. Via the arrows you reach the next parameter with the option Balancing with Index Method. You also activate this option. It is not necessary to change the third line index angle 180 degree. In other cases a multiple index, for example 120 degrees, could be selected. You confirm this now and with the navigation button back you go to the display datasets. The previously entered dataset appears. You press back again and reach the main menu. In the top left-hand corner of the main menu the word Calibration is displayed. By pressing the white calibration button you start the first test run. The test run is stopped automatically. The message Fixed Test Mass appears in the display. Furthermore, it is asked for the pitch diameter. The test mass should be fixed at the diameter where it should be balanced later on. In the actual case, the pitch diameter is 63 millimeters. You fix the 2.1 gram test magnet at 0 degrees at diameter 63 millimeter. It is important to consider that the pitch diameter becomes different by the thickness of the test magnet. Therefore 7 mm must be added. Via the button numeric input you enter the new pitch diameter of 70 mm equals 63 plus 7, and confirm. This new value is stored immediately. The test mass. The test magnet has a weight of 2.1 gram and if necessary it can be altered via the button numeric input. As already mentioned, the test angle is 0 degrees. After having confirmed this, the display Start Test Run appears. With the white balancing button you start the second test run. This test run is finished automatically. The display shows Remove Test Mass. You opened the protective cover, remove the test mass and confirm this. Now in the display appears Move Test Part to angle of 180 degrees. Now you rotate the spindle by 180 degrees. With the automatic button you loosen the test part and turn it by 180 degrees. For the control you use the laser liner. With the automatic button you fix the test part again. Close the protective cover and start with the white balancing button the next measuring run. After this run the result display appears. The unbalance is displayed in gram millimeter. In that case there is an imbalance of 11.26 gram millimeter at 161 degrees. Via the gram millimeter button you reach the next display with the result. As already known, required, necessary changes can be done via the numeric input button. As the workpiece parameters were not presetted, this can be done now. In our example you have an operating RPM of the test part of 20,000 per minute. You confirm this and at the same time the machine calculates the result. The weight of the test part is still entered with approx 1000 gram. For an exact calculation of the quality grade you delete the previous value with DEL, enter the exact weight of 1020 gram and confirm. The quality grade to be achieved can be entered in the line maximum quality grade. In our example you enter G2.5 and confirm. Now you can see in the display that for G2.5 the maximum operating RPM is 2161 revolutions per minute. In the actual condition the workpiece has G25. It is still necessary to improve it. You confirm and the machine stores the adjusted values. The exchange of the balancing methods is done with the button quality grade. By that you reach the result display gram. For an exact balancing with the gram method you must measure and input again the pitch diameter of the test part, where you want to compensate the unbalance. In that case, you want to balance a diameter 63 mm. You enter the diameter and confirm. At the same time, the machine calculates how much weight is necessary and at which angle position it must be fixed. The spindle automatically goes to the displayed angle position, here 341 degrees. You light with the laser liner at this position of the test part, at diameter 63 mm. For this demonstration, you fix a balancing plasticine with the weight act to the display, here 0.358 gram. After having closed the protective cover, you confirm this. During this measuring run, the machine stores all data. Then you go back to the main menu via the back button, and from here you start with the balancing button, the control run. After this run, the machine stops automatically and shows in the display move test part, 180 degrees. Now you rotate the spindle by 180 degrees. With the automatic button, you loosen the test part and turn it by 180 degrees. For the control, you use the laser liner. With the automatic button, you fix the test part again. After having closed the protective cover, you start the next measuring run. Then the spindle stops automatically. The result appears in the display. Unbalance of 0.659 gram/mm at 41 degrees. The balancing was successful. The request quality grade could be reached without any problem. If you press the gram/mm button now, then you can see a detailed information in the following display result quality grade. At the required operating RPM of 20,000, the balancing result of 0.659 gram/mm corresponds to a quality grade of G1.6. The exact weight of the test part of 1020 gram is considered. The maximum quality grade, G2.5, is kept up to a calculated operating RPM of 36,961. The balancing aim is achieved completely and perfectly. If a measurement report shall be generated, a Windows PC Minimum XP Service Pack 3 can be connected. For that, the software Mpm terminal, a null modem cable and an adapter from USB to RS-232 is necessary. In the result menu, in the navigation line, you can reach the data transfer button with the button menu extension. Press this button, then the data transfer to the PC is started. In the terminal main menu, you can save or see the measuring record with the button display report. With the select button, the required record is selected. If this record shall be printed, start this with print. With the Save button, you can save the record as PDF, Excel or Word file. So a further processing of the measured data is possible. After a successful balancing and printing of the measurement report, press the back button in the navigation line until you have reached the main menu. Now the next test part can be balanced. We wish our customers success for the work with the balancing machine BMT200.